Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the toolbox on the back of the L3901 or any other similar Kubota compact tractor. As you know, the toolbox that comes standard is pretty much a piece of garbage. So I wanted to show a replacement that I bought off of Amazon made by Lykus, L-Y-K-U-S, and I'll post the link in the video to the actual toolbox. You can see a little comparison in size, the standard one that came on the L3901 and the one I replaced it with. The one I replaced it with actually has better latches, has a metal hinge in the back side of it, which I'll show you in just a little bit. It does come with foam padding, which I'll probably just use the one that's on the bottom just to keep stuff from vibrating around in there. But I was able to take the old one off, which was mounted with two screws into this cross frame here, and I reused the old mounting bracket. I did add a piece of aluminum plate underneath. Try to get a little picture of that there. I cut that out the size of the actual box just to stabilize it a little bit more, since it is a bigger box. Don't know if it's really necessary or not. Time will tell. Size wise, you can see old box, new box. Now the new box did come with a handle on the front, a little carrying case handle. I removed the pins, took the handle off so it's not flopping around back here as well. It does have two nice latches. It's not necessarily Pelican case quality, but it is pretty well made. It does have the foam that's stuck to the top there. I used a couple fender washers and some longer bolts to go through the plate, the toolbox, and then of course the fender washer with lock washers. I don't anticipate carrying a whole lot of stuff back here. Honestly, just some extra pins, probably a pair of vice grips, such, maybe some WD-40 or something, just to kind of have on hand if I need it. Just give you a couple extra views here. You can see it's mounted up here. There's that piece of plate up underneath I was telling you about. Got that up under there just to stabilize it. And it's fairly stable. Won't know again until I get to using it how well it's on there. Now, this company does actually have another box that's very similar in size. It's the same length and width. The height is actually shorter, and I had contemplated putting it on there instead, because I didn't want the box to go up over the back of the seat back, so that I could still look over my shoulder and see my connections down below. So this one here is a little shorter. So if you don't necessarily want the height or the capacity of the one that I have mounted, this one is the same dimensions except for the actual height of it. So I'll post a link to it as well. I ordered off of Amazon, I ordered about 5 or 6 different boxes to try to figure out which one was going to fit. Most of them were the depth on them was extremely deep, and I felt that would probably teeter-totter back and forth on the mounting bracket without having to actually configure or fabricate some new brackets. So I chose this one here because it was just a little bit wider than the original. And I'll give you another view of that over here. So there's the original, just for comparison. So it's not that much wider. Like I said, hopefully it'll stay on there without moving around too much. If I have to, I can go ahead and fabricate something up to spread the load of it a little bit more. But like I said, I don't anticipate having anything heavy in there. I'm not going to haul chains or anything too heavy in there. So it should work out just fine for what I want it for. So anyway, I'll leave a link in the description for the two toolboxes. And the only thing I don't have here, I already removed it. It has the pick and pluck foam that comes up to the top here, and you can actually remove it to fit if you want something in there without it rattling around or moving around too much. You could utilize that foam. This top piece is glued to the box, and I'll probably just leave it in there for the time being. If it becomes where it's looking kind of ratty or worn, I'll go ahead and remove it, but for the time being it's okay. Now the one thing I will tell you is I did center it up between the ROPS. Now, good and bad on that one. So it's perfectly centered between the ROPS, measured the distance from right to left. However, as you'll see here, the seat and operator station is a little offset. So it does actually look like the box is crooked if you're looking at the seat back, but the seat is actually a little bit further to the right. As you know, the controls over here aren't as wide as the controls over here. So, so the seat being off just a little bit, if I had to do it all over again, I probably would just still leave it centered up between the ROPS. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.